We've been jointly working on Guantanamo issues for 2.5 years. Abu Ghraib, there were photographs, and that was what woke the rest of the world up.
Right.
It took that. In Guantanamo...
Did you read this whole thing?
Yes.
Can I ask you, I mean, what was your feeling about it in reading it?
I know them all. They're truthful, decent, principled, interesting young men who've been to hell and back. They've experienced a world that we can not even imagine. And despite coming back traumatized, they sat down for 2 months and tried to set down for the rest of the world
what happened,
what their experience had been, which is horrifying. Because there were no photographs, they worked with an illustrator to show what otherwise no one would believe. I'm sure if there'd not been photographs from Abu Ghraib, no one would believe that what the detainees experienced had happened. That's forcible shaving of hair and beard for non-cooperation in interrogation in Guantanamo. That's if you were reluctant to cooperate with your interrogators. It's the necessity for the world to see, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
To believe. That's short shackling, where the detainees...
They can't move.
Trapped like that, hour after hour after hour, with the air conditioning turned up to freezing as a preliminary to interrogation, and sometimes day after day for a week at a time. That's medical treatment. That's detainees told they were to have an injection. When they asked what it was, they were not told. They objected and forcibly detained and pinned down. Grotesque practices. That's the testimony of three who've emerged, but there are hundreds, more than 500 still there.
You know, what's compelled you to do this?
Well, it's our privilege, wouldn't you say, to have been in a position as lawyers where we think we are a tool that can do something. The whole of the law has been skewed. All of our rights, so-called, in England and America have been distorted to make sure that these young men can't win. Yeah. The whole of the context in which the detainees are fighting for their rights is one in which they're never meant to win, and therefore it isn't really a legal issue at all. It's a political issue. But if lawyers can in any way make use of the law that exists to try to achieve a balance, then that's their job to do it.
If you had one thing you wanted to say to the Muslim world, the Arab world, what would that be right now?
I have had the experience for about 7 years in England of representing and coming to know well people and their families who are Muslims and who are devout Muslims and who have been branded as Islamic fundamentalists, as if that was an appropriate term of abuse, which it indeed is offensive. And I've come to know people as tolerant, intelligent, funny, perceptive, broad-minded, and that has been a life experience that I value above any other. But that's a rare privilege, and for many of the population of England and America, that is not a relationship or a privilege they're going to have.
Right.
And there has to be a way of bringing home to the West what an atrocious pattern of behaviour it is involved in, what a collision course of monstrous proportions that it has somehow implemented without any understanding or ability to see where it's going.
Thank you very much for
I'm
sharing that
sorry.
with us.
Well, I was